I can do that now. Thing 6,000. Oh shit! If you're wondering, by the way, what's new with the 2025 model. So what is up, guys? We're riding to the gym today. I'm meeting up with a buddy of mine there, and afterwards we're gonna go to the motorcycle shop in Amsterdam North. We are in a bit of a hurry because I am late. I have to get used to the fact that I have to go to the garage and then can start my ride, since I don't park my bike outside of my home anymore. I fixed the garage, especially because I was super anxious of this thing getting stolen. It's a 2025 model and better safe than sorry. I also have to get rid of my MT-125. I've made the pictures today, so that one is gonna go on sale. I did think about keeping them both because it's honestly not that expensive. Once you lower the insurance to VA, that's the minimum requirement to be legal on the street, which costs €8, it's quite easy to maintain both bikes because... wait. I can do that now. Yeah, that's fun. That doesn't get old. I could not do that with my MT-125, just fly past these cars. Little filtering action. But yeah, I was talking about insurance. VA is €8 and VA Plus, which is basically theft insurance, that costs €30. But it's been 3 years, the bike hasn't been stolen, so yeah, I feel secure enough to take my chances with that. And in total you have to add the road tax. It's gonna be €20 a month to keep that bike. However, I'm just scared of the maintenance issues that might pop up. Last time I had the master cylinder that was completely cooked and I had to replace that, and the tires, the chain and everything needs a new life after a season or something. So I thought it might be better to just get rid of this thing, and I have the MT-07 now. Yeah, this bike is absolutely insane, and I can ride 10,000 kilometers basically maintenance free. The first service is just a break-in service, which they'll do for free, and the second service is at 10,000 kilometers, but that's not anything too major. So it's basically riding completely maintenance free. I know every part is completely new. I know that I am the one using everything, and that's the reason I bought brand new. We're gonna go on the highway, let's test this thing out because like I said, I'm in a hurry. But yeah, about this bike, let's talk about this bike. As you can see, 76 kilometers. You've got all your cool stuff. It's now on instant fuel, but I can do it on average fuel, and there you have it, 18 kilometers per liter. And you have your little fuel gauge, and this dashboard is super cool. You have like 4 themes which you can choose off. I chose this one now, but let's do the fighter jet theme. I haven't done this in a while, so let's try this one out. You can do it in black or white, which is super cool, but I like the black one more. Oh shit! Let's take it easy in the corners because these tires are fresh. Alright, let's go. Oh shit! Yeah, boy! It's got that power! Bro, my MT-125 was horrendous. I hope you guys can still hear me really well. But yeah, my MT-125 could not do that at all. Like, merging was a big problem. The only choice you have was getting in behind the cars and then just chill there. Hopefully there's not too much wind, and yeah, basically pray. But this thing, 6,000. Oh shit! I'm not keeping up with that guy. I'm already breaking the speed limit as is, and apologies for me blurring the speedometer. I just want to keep my content legal. I honestly don't really speed that much. Honestly, of course I have a new bike, so I speed a little bit here and there. If the police is watching, I'm lying for content, by the way. But yeah, I don't really like speeding because it just doesn't feel well going on the road with a chance of getting caught by one of those boxes that make a picture of you, or by a police car that's just behind you. And there's a lot of undercover police cars too, so they'll get you eventually, which is why I don't really speed. And also with my content, I don't want to upload it and then after a year get completely destroyed by fines that the Dutch police have gathered on me. I wanted to get an aftermarket exhaust, but I did some research today, and a couple of which is one of the best selling brands if it's about exhaust, but they're also one of the most expensive ones. Anyways, they have the reputation. I wanted to get an Akrapovic racing line, which makes nice sound but isn't road legal. That wasn't even the main problem apparently, because this bike is Euro 5 plus, which means that you need an exhaust that has a catalytic converter for it to be legal. Also for the bike not to notice that the catalytic converter is gone, because once it notices it's gone, it's gonna go in limp mode or something, or the check engine light at the very least will come on. And basically it does this because it has two lambda sensors in the exhaust or somewhere in the bike, and the ECU reads those sensors and decides whether the outputs or something are within parameters. So that's a pain. I cannot get that exhaust without having to get a tune, and the tune maybe voids my warranty. I'm not totally sure yet. I'm still doing the research, but I really want to get an aftermarket exhaust on this thing because yeah, it doesn't sound good at all. I cannot even hear the stock exhaust at the moment. Obviously in the city and in on lower speeds you can hear it, but I don't know. My MT-125 with the Aero exhaust sounds way better, and that's quite a bad thing in my opinion. I need some sound. That is like a lot of the experience. I know people think loud bikes are annoying and stuff like that, but I'm not looking for an annoyingly loud bike. The DP killers will be in it. It's just gonna make nice deep sound. I don't know, some people really want loud exhaust, but I'm not one of those. I just want nice sound. That's not the only mod I want to do. I also want to get rid of these mirrors. My MT-125 has better mirrors, and I don't know, I just don't like the look of these. I want to get those bar end mirrors, but I have to see which ones are the best, because I'm not about to get some new mirrors and not be able to see anything because of the vibrations. That's gonna be a pain. I also need to get some frame sliders for this thing because it's brand new. I have the VA Plus insurance, which covers theft but doesn't cover my own damages in case of a single vehicle accident. And the choice was pretty easy because the VA Plus was 60 euro, the theft insurance one, and full coverage was 180 euros, believe it or not. I am 21 years old, I'm still a college student, so college or university, I'm a university student, and 180 euros is way too much for me to spend on that thing. I've got 3 years of experience on the MT-125. This thing has traction control and it has 2 front discs in the front, which is already way better than my MT-125, since I rode that thing for like half a year without the rear brake. I know, very stupid, you don't have to tell me, but I'm just way too lazy to bring my bike to the shop. That's pretty much it. I don't like being without my bike. I ride every single day, doesn't matter if it's raining, doesn't matter if it's storming. I've ridden in the worst of the worst conditions imaginable, and honestly I don't regret it a single bit, but it has been scary a couple of times. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I don't think I'm gonna crash. I trust myself not to crash. I'm taking it easy, and if something happens I learn immediately from my mistake, and I think that's the most important skill you need to be riding a motorcycle. Some people do not have it, and some people are really not built for it. You need to recognize that and then put the bike down, not literally like on the road, but you know, hang the keys up or whatever you want to say. But yeah, learning, studying, it's a passion. I know it's a form of transportation, and I mostly use it for transportation, believe it or not, but this bike, it really is something else. To be riding and to be safe on the road, you're gonna need to put a lot of hours in practicing and staying on top of your game. If your maintenance is not good, your chain will snap or fly off the sprockets. Everything can happen. You don't even know half of the story. So yeah, the only thing I'm really gonna miss about my MT-125 is the fuel efficiency, which is honestly insane. Here it's 80 km per liter, but on my 125 it's 45 km per liter with decently hard riding. I shift early, that is true, but I do not hold back when I'm shifting to the speed limit, so it's just max power most of the time. It's just the best commuter bike you can get if you're living in the city like I am. On highways, completely different story. It can do it, it will do it, but it's not too comfortable, neither for you or the bike. If you're wondering, by the way, what's new with the 2025 model compared to the 2004 model, I'll repeat myself again. I've been posting on a couple platforms like Instagram and YouTube, which is actually all of it, but I'll just go over it once again. This dashboard, the 5-inch TFT dashboard, very colorful, very nice, and it's honestly very useful, intuitive, pretty easy to use. It's got navigation. If you download the Garmin Street Cross app, you can get your navigation on this thing. I have yet to figure it out because the phone connectivity didn't work yet, but I'll have to look into that. You can see messages and stuff like that, which is a pretty cool feature. A little bit of a gimmick, but I don't know, I haven't tested it yet, so I cannot talk about it. Then you have the self-canceling blinkers. Like you can see, my blinker is now turning right, but in a minute it'll start turning off, just like I said. And now we're going left. But self-canceling turn signals, very cool, very decent feature if you ask me, because I always forget my turn signals. And talking about little quality of, oh, goddamn boys, don't make all that noise. Hey, the whole gang is there. I didn't get an invite, come on. Hey yo, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they're revving the shit out of them. They're rev bombing. Anyways, another quality of life update is the rear brake flashing if you do an emergency brake above 50 km per hour. So that is very nice to alert other drivers that you are emergency braking. Nice to have so they don't rear end you. This edition of the MT-07 finally introduces ride-by-wire, which is a very anticipated feature for the MT-07. They have been lacking a little bit behind, but to be honest, it's the MT-07. It's built a reputation. The CP2 engine is completely indestructible, and it's one of the best engines out there, at least for its weight class, in my opinion. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Go over some more updates. You have an assistant slipper clutch, which helps you with the downshifts and probably also the upshifts. I'm not entirely sure, but that is a very nice feature. I have felt it a couple of times. Oh yeah, that was what we're talking about. Yeah, because of the ride-by-wire, you have two modes. You've got street mode, which I'm in now, which is my most powerful mode since I'm on the 35 kilowatt A2 compliant version. And you have a custom mode you can create yourself. I have it on like the weakest power level and the highest traction control, so it's basically my rain mode. The ride-by-wire allows, like I said, for traction control. I don't know if I said that or not. Furthermore, you have the acoustic sound enhancing. I hope you can see it, but this is a pretty cool feature. It apparently should be able to send some more noise to the rider, and I think it does work. It's subtle, but you wouldn't even really notice it because this is my first time on this bike, you know, and I don't have the 2024 model to compare it to. I have ridden that model, and I don't know, I do believe this sounds better, but it could also be a little bit of a placebo effect. You also have spin forged wheels. Let me see if I can show you. There's the wheel. Oh, almost died. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy the content and drop a like and comment, because you see the stuff I'm doing. I'm not the safest person here on the road. The spin forged wheels, they're a bit lighter, differently designed, and apparently they help with the performance of the bike, keeping it more streamlined or something like that. And about weight, this bike is 184 kg, which is 1 kg lighter than its predecessor, and that's a pretty cool feat considering all the new stuff Yamaha has added to this bike. Being able to keep it lighter than before is very impressive, and they did it by things like redesigning the chassis, redesigning the swing arm, even like this fuel cap is redesigned. Very, very nice, and that's also like one of the reasons I bought the Gen 4. It's just that I know there has been a lot of work put into this bike. Oh, I missed my... I'm sure I have missed a couple of features, but I'll cover those in another video. So guys, I'm almost at the gym. My buddy is waiting there for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog type thing, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'll try and upload every Sunday if school allows me to, because I've been very busy. Alright, see you, bye!